Hello, I have no idea how to start this video, but I guess I'll just introduce it right away. I'm doing a little sketchbook tour, 2025 sketch recap type of thing. So if you're interested, follow along. Hello everybody, here are my two sketchbooks that I completed throughout the course of 2025. This is a Talon's Art Creations sketchbook, and this one is a Moleskine art book thing. Alright, so we're going to start with this guy, which I started in January. Yes, January 6th. Oh, well, we'll blur that one out. Alright, I like to start every sketchbook with a little like blurb type of thing. Just kind of giving the book context. This drawing, I just kind of pulled out of nowhere. I decided to try drawing from imagination, and it's kind of just what came out. I don't know. I wasn't super happy with this spread. I think it's kind of ugly. I mean, the colors are fun, and this is just kind of like drawing a warm-up, practicing my circles and straight lines. I think the next spread, yeah, this one is some owls, some barn owls, I think they're called. I have no idea. But I really like the colors, I really like the drawings. I used a purple brush pen marker thing. And the colors are done with Poscas. This was just planning for a digital drawing that I did. Maybe I'll show it right here. Show it there. I don't know. It was for a Flesh PNG Draw This in Your Style challenge. And this is the drawing that I used as the base for the digital drawing. Some more Wicked fan art and fruit stickers. This was a drawing I did after work one day. I was just sitting in the I don't know, lobby, I guess you'd call it, the seating area of the cafe, and decided to draw my surroundings. I really like this spread. I think it's different from what I usually do. I have pasted in some images here, and this is a guy at Drip House, the cafe I work at, just sitting working, and these are my shoes that I like. Oh wait, are they? I don't know, but they're Adidas. Here I was trying to design like a apron shirt type of thing that I could use at work. And I drew a fish eating pizza. This was some art I made for a video. I was attempting fan art, and this is from the movie Come On, Come On, if you know the movie. That's cool, I guess. I don't know. I just really like this movie. It's a little bit boring, but super wholesome and kind of emotional, and just a really good movie, so I recommend. I had an early morning flight, and this is all I could draw while the lights were on. I think it was Chinese New Year at this point, Year of the Snake. I first drew this one here, and I thought it looked kind of like a Mexican snake, and I wasn't too sure if that was the vibe. So I tried to draw it again, but honestly I wasn't super happy with either of these. And I like this spread. This spread is fun. I was just looking at someone on their phone in the airport, and this is one of my coworkers. And I got a new phone, the Galaxy Z Flip 5. It's very fun. And that's a little stuffed animal that I got for Kiva. Here I have some knights, some medieval guys. This was brush pen and alcohol markers. And this is just done with Posca. This is like a secret language I have. I forget what it says. I think it says, you know what? Actually, we're going to keep it secret. Here I have a drawing of like, I don't know what I'd call it, like a Mongolian woman on a horse or donkey. No, that's a horse. It's big. I like this little doodle I did on this painted background. I did a project before called Feeling Hungry, and the cover of it was like me in a doorway with a floating banana. And I just recreated it with like a fun outfit on me, I guess. Now, this painting page I really like. I think the colors are a little muddy, but I think it's still really effective in just kind of, I don't know, painting a scene of like kids playing on the ground, and just kind of made me feel nostalgic. And I don't know how it makes you feel, but I like this one. Planning for something that never happened, I think. Right? I don't know. Then this is a 0.5 photo of Kiva and I that I drew. Then this was a drawing I did for a tote bag design and t-shirt design. It's these 4 drawings that are on tote bags and t-shirts now. And this was a guy on the bus. This was my take on a Still Here, Still Life like prompt. If you know what Still Here, Still Life is, you know that it's always super fun to interpret their still life prompts. Basically, it's just every week they post like a new still life, and then they repost artists' interpretations of it. Here, I did this for a video on Instagram, basically just to have something to look at while I was talking. The video was more about what I was saying, not really about what I was doing. But either way, these are really fun thumbnails based on photos. They're not the most accurate, like especially like these trucks, but I think it still communicates what it is, so it's successful in that way. I'm just gonna skip over this, skip over that. This was really fun. This was a body mapping exercise. So just kind of drawing how I feel when I'm breaking. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it up to interpretation. I could explain all that was going through my head as I made it, but that would take a really long time. And this is a church in the glebe that I drew after work one day. Here I had an idea for a sewing project that I never made. I have a lot of these ideas that never come to fruition, you'll see. But I thought it was really fun still. I don't know, like a cool little jacket type of thing with a star on the back. Could be cute, I don't know. I even made this little mock-up. Then drawing people on the bus, and then drawing a shot from the movie Old Boy. Crazy movie. Then drew a guy at Whole Foods. Tried to do a brush pen drawing of a jackalope. Wasn't a huge fan, so I did it again in pen. This is a Muji gel pen. And I did some more drawings of rabbits, or jackalopes, sorry. And these were for a t-shirt design that had 5 of these guys on there. But And here I have a drawing of the glebe again. This was before work one day. I think I might have done this over 2 days actually. 2 days before work. I think this is 4th Avenue and Bank. 3rd Avenue and Bank. Somewhere there. I liked my outfit this day, so I drew it. And this is a crying cowboy. It's got loads of layers on this piece, which I think turned out pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it very well, but maybe the light's not set up right. I don't know. This was at Le Poisson Bleu for Key's birthday. And this was at Arlo for Key's birthday. This was a evening we had there. This was a dinner, and I just drew the glass. I like the shadow there. And then this was dessert at Le Poisson Bleu the following day with Kiva's family. This was drawn over like a few days. I think every day is a different color. But yeah, I lost my earbud tip is what I wrote, and I don't know what to do with myself. Then these were some glasses at a Korean restaurant, or like metal cups. This is my lunch at work with my phone and like iced latte or something. I don't know. This is a sticker I made, a little business card sticker with my Instagram on it. And I drew this while waiting for a Papa ride to Montreal. And this was what I did over the weekend in Montreal, I think. I think it was a weekend. I don't know, but it was a couple days. And one day I went to the Crew Collective Cafe. It's like an old bank, if you've been there. I guess if you haven't been there, it's an old bank that's converted into a coffee shop, and it's very nice. And then the friends that I was staying with took a nap when I was back from the coffee shop, so I drew them napping. And then this was the car ride back to Ottawa. Or actually, no, that's wrong. It says Ottawa to Montreal. So this was the car ride to Montreal, and then this was the car ride back to Ottawa from Montreal. Yeah. This was on the first day of vacation in Costa Rica. Key and I went with my family to visit my dad's side of the family. And this was at a performance of like Baroque music that my uncle was a part of. These are just more snapshots of things in Costa Rica. Key on the beach. A little bird that came to visit us at breakfast. And some drinks during the vacation. This is like a drawing of one of the photos I took. This was at a like rainforest tour place. This was just the entrance. That is a not great painting of my uncle. It looks kind of like him, it's just the colors are very muddy. And then this is the flight back to Ottawa, I guess. And I really like this page. It's very simple, but I think it's a really eye-catching image and composition. So I really like this spread. Got a little self-portrait after I got a haircut, making a funny face. Oh, and I really like this little doodle here, neon break. Yeah, just sitting on a milk crate eating a sandwich. That's me. Drew Kendrick Lamar. Tried to draw the Aberdeen Pavilion here in Ottawa. The colors are okay, but the values are off, so that's why this doesn't look as exciting as it could. Miss Lauren Hill. This was a drawing I ended up putting on the back of a t-shirt. And The Weekend, because they were playing The Weekend at work. I drew this on break one day. This is just a guy on the subway, like on Pinterest though. Like I wasn't on the subway, and I didn't see this guy in real life. It was just a picture. This is like that social media, I wouldn't call him an influencer. He's just kind of like has a following, and he eats stuff in a really gross way. And this is him doing the Sprite challenge. These are the drawings of him doing that. This is me at 613 Flea, a local flea market. June 21st, 2025. Yeah, there I am with Kiva. I don't know. Then this is a POV drawing at our old apartment. I think this is probably one of the last POV drawings I did in that apartment. Alright, apologies. My camera died. Now it is several hours later, but I'll just pick up where we left off. This is Burling, local skate shop, and this is a sewing project again that never came to be. This spread is, I guess, like changing music in today's world versus the past. So you have a guy checking out a vinyl record and then me just clicking my earbud. For this spread, I really like the colors I used and how I stuck to just one kind of simple palette. This was all little snapshots from my parents' backyard. And these are just some fun doodles. I really like this kind of screaming guy. And this is kind of like my, I don't know, what do I call it? Like my snapshot of a road trip with Key's family. And these are all the places we ate over the trip. I mean, not every single meal, but just the ones where I had time to draw. This is kind of like a reflection on the trip. And this is from a photo that I took during the trip. This is a Muji ballpoint pen with green Posca as the background. Planning for a print I didn't end up making. Just an old cowboy man. And then some fun kind of punk chimps. Get a fire hydrant. This was something I'm not going to talk about actually. And then this, I think, is the last drawing I did in here. It's just a simplified take on my parents' garden. I actually really like the way this one turned out. And I should probably scan this and do something with it because I really like the way I did the raised flower bed thing with vegetables and the shed. I don't know, it's just so simple and nice. Oh, yeah, this is planning for the new apartment that Key and I moved into. So that's this one. This is January to August. So this was an 8-month sketchbook. Pretty chunky guy. Now let's move on to this guy. Alright, so let's just jump right in. This is the opening spread. I have a little drawing of the glebe here. I sat and drew after work. And then this is kind of like my past self and my current self, just reflecting on my growth, I guess. I don't know. Kind of looked like they were gonna kiss when I was drawing it at first, so I hope that's not what it looks like now. This is planning for a flyer that I ended up making for a block party. And then this was just during like a work party. This is like the courtyard behind the coffee shop. And yeah, I decided to draw it because it was a pretty boring time, to be honest. Now, I really like this drawing of the scared child. I just thought it was really funny. And then on this page, I have a gouache attempt at a painting of my living room, or my parents' living room. And here I have a drawing of a photo I took in a convex mirror in a parking lot in Centertown. Then on break at work, I drew this crushed can. And this is, I guess, like young Kakashi, the Naruto character, but in my style, I guess. Here I have kind of like a value study from the Wakefield Bridge. It's a really nice covered bridge in Wakefield, just outside of Ottawa. This is a customer that I drew at work, but then I didn't have time to give him the photo or the drawing. And then this is a selfie of me with my new hat and my new scarf. And this is Kiva during our trip to Costa Rica. This is for a 30-day, 30 drawing challenge I did. Just photos in my camera roll. This is my friend Phil. And then at work I was just on break and needed to draw something, so I drew my hand. This was me trying to draw my sister. It didn't turn out super well, but that's okay. I was trying a new medium. It was a water-soluble graphite stick. And then I went to a music show of a friend, and this was some acquaintances just listening and watching. Then, if you know this song, you know that this is exactly what it sounds like. Yeah, I'll give you time to look at the title again. You can listen to it on your own time. Not a huge fan of this spread. I'm just gonna skip over it, I think. And this was from my first time going to an actual real life drawing class. Yeah, these were 20-minute poses, then another 20-minute pose, and then a 30-minute pose. And then at the end there was a 45 or 50-minute pose, but I just decided to skip that because I felt like I was there for so long. I really like the way I did this lemonade drawing, and also the way I did these pigeons. I really like the way I did the hatching in all of these. This is planning for a flyer I made, which is now print on my website. And this is a car in Avignon, like it says there. Photo I took in France. This is my dad at my friend's cottage. This is my sister making a funny face. And that's my mom laughing. And then this is me trying to do an air flare. If you know what an air flare is, it's just... my god, I keep saying if you know what blank is, but I mean to say if you don't know what blank is. So if you don't know what an air flare is, it's a break dance move that is very difficult, and I think maybe like 20 years ago it was the move that, like, if you can do it, like, you're the man. But now, like, little kids in China do it all the time. Don't have much to say about these. This is my attempt at drawing myself as like a Naruto character. Just kind of like going through some design ideas for the outfit. And then I didn't have any like skin colored markers, so I just kind of did my best with what I had. And then the ink bled through, so I'm not too happy with the way these drawings look, but I think without the ink bleed, these would have been really nice. Yeah, I have a K-truck and a chimpanzee. And then here I have like a greyhound, I think they're called. Greyhound? I don't know. One of those skinny dogs. And yeah, I used pencil for this one, which I rarely do anymore, and it was really nice to work with, actually. Yeah. I really like this spread. I feel like it could be like a mural or something, like it has that kind of a feel to it. But basically I just saw like a photography thing of like a child expressing different emotions, and I drew a few of them. And then that led me to the kind of like childlike feeling, and I found a photo of a kid with a net to catch bugs or something. Not a fan of that. I really like this monkey. He's got a great vibe to him. He's hoarding oranges. And this is a local bookshop in the Glebe called Octopus Books. They're a very cute, very small bookstore, but they have a good selection according to my sister and other people I know who read. I'm not one of those people, unfortunately. Not a fan of this spread either. I really like this one. This is a drawing from a photo of Kiva and I. Just kind of like our legs and shoes as we were leaving a climbing gym one day. And here I have a little comic strip of what my mornings look like. There's like my alarm going off, kind of yawning, getting up out of bed, making coffee, showering, checking when the bus comes, and then running to catch the bus. It's usually how it goes. And then here's Key on the couch, knitting, and a little car I drew while I was on break. It's not my favorite, but I think it's okay, and the colors are nice. I really like this spread. This is just fun pigeons I see on Pinterest. Got rain boots, drain pipe, and $20 bill. Yeah, and I think, I'll try to see if I can get closer up, but I really like the way that I did the shading on these guys. I really like the hatch marks. I was waiting to get a haircut, and I started to draw the chair, but I didn't have time to draw anything else, and I didn't want to stay after, so that's what I'm stuck with. This is a drawing from a photo of Kiva, another drawing from a photo of Kiva. I think this one is probably more accurate. I actually really like how this one turned out. Here, this is a little drawing I made that I scanned and used as an asset for a zine I'm making. I'm planning on making a zine on breaking. I've been planning to do it for a very long time, and it's been going very slowly, but that's okay. This is like some design drawings for an idea of a bag hanging thing, or like a coat hanging thing. And Key had the idea of doing one kind of modeled after like a spine. So these are all supposed to look like vertebrae, kind of. It's not my favorite idea, to be honest, but I think it could look cool with some work. Is there more drawings for the breaking zine I'm making? And then some just kind of random doodles. Don't love this spread, but I do like this guy with his very tall hat. Yeah. Went to the art gallery and drew some people from like a balcony. So that's the view from above. And then at work it was really dead, so I decided to draw and paint this monkey posing with his outfit. Yeah. We're not going to talk about that one. I drew that. Someone asked me to draw that. Don't ask me. And this is an unfinished POV sketch at a friend's place for spaghetti night. Or actually, no, this is for friend's craft night. I was mistaken. And then again, it was very dead at work. So I drew the POV from sitting in the back corner of like the back sink area. Yeah. Skateboarding night, because I saw that on Pinterest and it looked cool. Have a just a portrait of a guy on Pinterest. Lots of Pinterest reference here. And then this is I started a POV sketch at a hockey game and I did not finish it because I decided to watch the hockey game. I really like this spread. It got a crying cowboy, sad kind of country looking guy. And then I really like this one. I feel like someone like tells a story, or like this guy looks like he has a cool story with his sunglasses and cigarette and the way I did the gouache background and t-shirt colors. I don't know. I just really like this one. Here I was feeling a little bleh, so I decided to just draw something abstract because I couldn't think of any subject that I wanted to draw. And I think it looks pretty cool the way the blue and the purple overlap. Yeah, there's fun shapes in there too. Here's a drawing of a Ford Model T, and then some flowers in the waiting room of a dentist office. And this is planning for a print that I want to put on a t-shirt. And some final drawings of family during the holidays. And that's actually it for this guy. So, get ready for the next one. I hope you enjoyed this 2025 sketch review. And, I don't know, thanks for watching the whole thing if you're still watching. And what else do I have to say? I don't know. I guess just bye? Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. That was the 2025 sketchbook tour sketch recap thing. Yeah. See you next time.